What's up YouTube, I am back, and in today's video I'm going to be playing Jedi Fallen Order. I'm really excited to play this game. It's personally one of my favorite games, so without further ado, let's get into it. My first step is choosing the difficulty. I choose Jedi Master because I like a challenge. After I'm done choosing my difficulty, this Venator flies across the screen. Just kidding, it was being flown by smaller ships since it was too lazy to fly itself. I was then shown Jabba the Hutt's newest song. This bozo then interrupted me to tell me that the boss wanted to talk to me. I got a bit worried because I thought he might have finally realized why his children have ginger hair. Turns out he just wanted us to fix some docking clamps. Thank goodness. So we set off to fix those. Turns out, Prof has had too many Slurpees and he broke this flooring. Luckily, I never skip leg day and able to jump right over the hole. I then stared at these crashed ships since I get paid hourly and can waste as much time as I please. These barrels then come loose. They only destroy the thing I need to climb, and miss Prof unfortunately. I then go down the slide and Cal says this.
Trash, just not approved trash.
I then change into my emo outfit since Cal wants to act like he still watches sad Bart Simpson videos. Cal then decides he wants to try to be a Disney princess and talk to the rats.
Sounds like scrap rats. Creepy. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi this time.
Once Cal is done being in the wrong Disney franchise, I miss his jump and I fall to my death. Or so I thought, but it turns out that this game was made with people like me in mind. It turns out, Cal has a 12-inch vertical and couldn't jump more than a foot off the ground, so I fall again. Once I'm done failing at simple parkour, I secure the first clamp. I secure the second clamp, and then we stare at this Jedi fighter with not R2-D2 in it. Prof's weight causes these cables to snap. He's about to get eaten by Sarlacc, however with the power of friendship, I save him. After I'm done with that, we get on a train to go home. Along the way, we get pulled over and Prof decides to challenge this lady to a beatboxing challenge. He loses, so she stabs him through his chest. I then get dropped off a cliff like I was a child in Sparta by this lady who looks like she bites her ice cream. I kill these stormtroopers and fight my way through more useless troops who thought they could stop me. I then came across 4 scout troopers. They attacked me all at once and I honestly didn't think I would make it. I'm kidding, of course, they died quicker than the goldfish I got at the fair when I was 7. They then sent a gunship after me, but it must have been a stormtrooper flying it because it didn't hit me once. The gunship was about to kill me, however it paused to send a message telling me I'm trash and that he had sex with my mother. While he was doing that, this other ship came and blew him up. I then challenged the lady from earlier to a 1v1 knives only on Rust. We were evenly matched, but then the ship from earlier third-partied. Bangladesh from Apex Legends pulled me onto our ship, and apparently Cal was never taught to not run with a drawn lightsaber. We escaped the second sister, and I decided to go to sleep because it was past my usual bedtime of 8:30. I woke up from my nap, and I found this banjo, so I decided to play my favorite song, Mask by Dream.
Hi, boy. I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. Stare at the ceiling while I hold back what's on my mind.
This lady then interrupted me so we could talk about our feelings like we were 16-year-old girls. Real men bottle up all their emotions until one day they flip out at the people closest to them and they lose all of their friends and family because they push them away with their anger. We then arrive at Bogano. Seer then orders me to head to that penis-looking temple in the distance. Before I do that, I do what no Twitter user has done before and touch grass. After I completed my grass-touching speedrun, I started towards the temple and I found a droid I would call not R2-D2. He extended this bridge, and it turns out that this droid was Obi-Wan Kenobi because he had portable high ground. I did some sick parkour, used this zipline, and then not R2-D2 forgot that he wasn't a battle droid and tried to fight this naked mole rat. It went as well as you can expect. After I rescued the droid, I repaired it and he showed me he was the Among Us imposter. Cal then thought it would be a good idea to touch a live wire. Luckily, not R2-D2 had an irradiated Jolly Rancher, which patched me right up. I rode a zipline, rode another zipline, and I found the smallest fast food consumer. I then learned how to run on walls. I would call this ability wall running. I fought these shower plug creatures and made my way to the Great Penis Temple. Once inside, not R2-D2 showed me a pre-recorded message. This guy then talked to me for 5 minutes straight. I mostly didn't pay attention because I had 7 hours of school and didn't want another lecture. He either wanted me to rebuild the Jedi Order or study for the history test on Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's the second one. Once outside, I came across another fast food consumer. I tried to fight him, however he was too powerful. So, I ran away, crying like a little girl. I then headed to Dathomir to get a very important item. Along the way, I found the average Australian spider. I then found Wild Mutt from Ben 10 and challenged him to a 1v1 no scopes only. However, I forgot that I suck at the game and he killed me without any effort. So, I went back for round 2. And then he killed me again. With hard work, perseverance, and 12 scoops of G Fuel, I finally prevailed. I then proceeded to get hopelessly lost for 20 minutes. I eventually made my way into this room where I met a woman who looks like she hasn't seen the sun since Japan was an empire. She told me to leave, however women always say stuff that they didn't mean, so I stayed right where I was. It turns out she was serious and she'd ordered these 2 Night Brothers to kill me. They tried, however I defeated them like they were younglings. I swung on some conveniently placed ropes and then I found this locked door. 20 dead Night Brothers and 3 monitors later, I got to the other side. Cal then ignored stranger danger and talked to this mysterious old man. Once I finished talking to him, I acquired the double-bladed lightsaber and left Dathomir. Before I left the planet, I tested my new weapon out on these Night Brothers and got this blue glowing orb. We then went to Zepho. Once there, I killed some dogs playing tug-of-war, did some parkour, and most importantly, unlocked a door. I then showed these stormtroopers my new lightsaber and all of the cool tricks I could do with it. After massacring an entire battalion of stormtroopers, I did some parkour on this completely safe rotating thing. I then got attacked by Michael Jordan. Next, I attacked these scout troopers and this guy cheated by using a rocket launcher. So I respawned, did some parkour, showed Michael Jordan who's boss, and took care of the pumpkin eater. After climbing on some more stable structures, I showed these stormtroopers why I was voted most likely to deflect a blaster bolt back at somebody's face in high school. I then remembered that I had turned the game difficulty down to Jedi Knight since Dathomir was too difficult. So, I turned it back on to Jedi Master. I then regret my decision. Next, I tried to fight this rocket trooper, however these creatures were third-partying me like we were top 3 in Fortnite. I then committed a 1000 IQ play. After I was done showing what would happen if we used 100% of our brains, I found some stormtroopers who still destroyed Diamond Ore with a stone pickaxe. I found this massive temple. Though I thinned out the local goat population, went inside the temple, made the wind stop blowing, and I stepped on this pressure plate. After doing some parkour, I killed some useless creatures and I put my hand on this wall. This guy then started throwing his balls at me, like one does. On the bright side, I learned how to do force push. Then this old guy started talking to me about tree bark, so I killed the Tin Man from the Wizards of Oz. Once that guy was dealt with, I killed his cousin, played with some balls, and rode an elevator that had no catchy music. Once I was above ground, I killed some cannon fodder and I let this guy hit me once just to give him hope that he could win. I then pushed him to his death. I also showed this probe droid that it do be like that. After making Palpatine regret his decision to stop using clones, I arrive at my ship. This guy says we can't land here, so I do the Jedi thing and kill him like he was a defenseless animal. We then headed to Kashyyyk. Once there, I jumped out of our ship without a parachute, committed Grand Theft AT-AT, and then proceeded to kill just as many friendly troops as I did enemy troops. After doing more harm than good, I set off to find a Wookiee named Tarful. Along the way, I found out that they turned the song Fireflies by Owl City into a real thing. After Saul Guerrero showed me that he was Batman, I killed some more stormtroopers as well as this innocent astromech. This purge trooper then thought that he stood a chance against me. He didn't. This spider then started asking me about my car's extended warranty. I then pushed this purge trooper into the abyss like he was a small child standing above the shark exhibit. I started to play Flappy Bird on this computer. However, this robot grabbed me from behind because it was his turn on the computer. After dealing with him, I freed Chewbacca's family from slavery. I then ride this elevator down, press this button, and ride the elevator back up. Next, I spend too long trying to figure out this stupid puzzle. I eventually do, and I find Saul and his forces trapped in a room. Without my help, they will die. So I leave. After leaving my friends to die, I free a bunch of dangerous criminals. Next, I killed some useless stormtroopers as well as this guy who probably still bush camps. Saul then called the guy dressed in black with a red lightsaber who just killed 50 guys and enjoyed doing it a Jedi. The deception was working. I then took this train to go back to my ship. Along the way, this massive spider decided that I looked tasty and tried to eat me like I was a Tide Pod. Once back on my ship, we went back to Zepho because the Empire founded the Zepho statue, which was more important than trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. I made my way to the statue, and like he was my kid in Walmart, I lost not R2-D2. I eventually found him, and Cal decided to act like they were going to kiss for some reason. Next, I asserted my dominance over this guy. I then found Jabba the Hutt if he had legs and lifted weights instead of sandwiches into his mouth. After that, I found a guy who leaves the water on while he brushes his teeth. So I have the only appropriate response and kill him in cold blood. I then found a shipwreck, as well as the Chinese version of Nightwing. After killing some more local wildlife, I found the second sister. She killed me. She then killed me again. And then, she killed me the third time. She also killed me again just for kicks. After many more deaths, and a lot of tears, I won the Fortnite 1v1. That's going to be the end of this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button to show your support. And if you like my content, you should subscribe. I upload funny gaming videos at least once a week. I also wanted to thank you guys for the support recently. My last 3 videos have done really good, which makes me really happy, so thank you guys for that. God bless, hope to see you in the next video.